All right, so today we are going to talk about the California fire death toll. It just continues to rise, people. So now they're trying to say that, of course, that there's at least 24 people who, have passed away from the California wildfires. And then they're trying to say that 60 square miles, I guess, have been destroyed. 12,000 structures have been scorched, I guess, with fire. And that California is still burning as we speak. So I guess, yes, this is a dangerous situation, people. It's just like, come on. Why aren't they able to figure it out? Why? Like, I thought that our firefighters in our country, I think maybe they need to recruit people or resources from overseas, because this fire, it should be out by now, people. I would say that yes, I don't think things are going to get better unless they come up with something new than what they've been previously doing. That should be obvious. And they said about 92,000 people in Los Angeles County were under evacuation. And yes, they do have curfew, people. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Okay? I don't know what to say. Just don't get caught being out, people. Okay, so they said, can California use water from the ocean to put the fires out? Okay, so salt water from the ocean is an option for fighting LA's fires, but it's more complicated than simply going to the beach to transport water to the hillsides. With over 60 aircraft, California has the largest civilian aviation fleet for firefighting in the world. They said only a few of them are capable of scooping up the water from the Pacific Ocean. Some of the firefighting aircraft are only built to carry and disperse fire retardation, not water. And for those that carry water, salt water isn't often used because its salinity can damage equipment. And you know what I have to say about using the water from the ocean? It would be kind of like a domino effect, because we have animals in the water. So then now we're gonna make some animals possibly become extinct. You see, it would just be, some animals wouldn't survive. It would be something that would happen. The water would somehow get contaminated, and they would figure out some way to screw it up. And I could also see, like, the reason that so fresh water will extinguish a fire quicker than salt water, because the fresh water is fresh and the salt water is not going to go out as fast. So let's see what else they have to say. Okay, so they said the Weather Service urged everyone inside the warning zones to avoid anything that can spark a fire. And I did notice too, they showed different firefighters going around to houses that looks like it's completely done burning, just to make sure it doesn't start again. They're re-looking at the homes to see if they see any hidden, things that could potentially restart it again. Okay, so they said, in other words, this is as bad as it gets. Okay, stay aware of your surroundings and be prepared to evacuate. Avoid anything again that can spark a fire. Then they said there's nothing left, just ash and brick. They said, well, I'm not surprised, people, that their homes in the Malibu it's destroyed, because they couldn't get the fire to go out. It's kind of obvious that all they have left is the pavement. And it's like, really, who even wants that? And some people, they have been living in these homes all their life. Imagine a little old lady bought her house 50 years ago in her early days and thinks, I'm good to go. I don't ever have to worry about anything. You know how you would be thinking, like, I'm glad I paid this house off. That's what you would be thinking, but little do you know that now you have to figure out your life situation and now just be uprooted from a home you've been living in all these years. And then imagine if you're a single woman. You know, it's another situation that you have nobody to lean on for. So it's very sad, and I don't feel like Biden cares, to be honest. I really don't feel like he cares. You know, this happened during his term. He left a lot for Donald Trump to fix. A lot, people. And, you know, it's going to take a lot for it to get better. It's going to be a long time before it gets better. Okay, so they did say Biden addressed the wildfires Monday, saying that him and Jill Biden are deeply saddened by the devastation caused by the blazes, which he called unprecedented. Okay, so Biden said he's receiving frequent updates on the fire suppression efforts in Los Angeles. And okay, people, I just think he's talking. He could just hurry up and get out of the office and let, you know, January 20th come much faster so we can have Trump back in office, so Trump can do everything he possibly can to get everything as good as possible. But the other problem is the governor in California. It's not just Biden, it's him too, because Trump did try to get the governor to sign a bill that he refused to sign, where it would have made it to where they had a supply of water. And the fact that the governor declined, that's letting you know that it seems like they're doing this on purpose, people, if you ask me. You know, so let's see what else they have to say. And also, now would be a good time to like the video and to subscribe. And don't forget to check out my prison series as well as my death series. Okay? Okay, so the Los Angeles County Fire Department Chief Anthony Marone said the maps are being updated daily, noting that if there is not a color icon on your address, it means the building has not yet been inspected. I guess they're talking about being inspected for fire damage. Okay, so they said there's more than 15,000 work to combat wildfires. Okay, so I guess they're saying there's 15,000 firefighters working to combat the fires. Okay, so while smoke has cleared in most of the areas impacted by the Palisades fire, evacuations and curfews remain in place. Okay, so officials are maintaining these precautions to prepare for potential fire activity, complete damage inspections, complete critical infrastructure repairs, and address hazards like fallen trees and down utility lines. Okay. The wildfires have burned more than 40,000 acres so far across Southern California, which is not good, people. That's a lot of land. What do you want, Mr. Fox? What's the baby doing? Here. Come here, Mr. Fox. Come here. Come here, Mr. Fox. Okay, here's the fox. Mr. Fox wanted to join us. There's the baby. Okay, so they said Academy members from 18 branches, including actors and film editors, will have until January 17th to vote on the nominees for their categories. Okay, so I guess that's pretty much how it's going, because it says too that they found human remains as they, you know, sift through all, you know, that has come down. The victims who passed in the fire, including a man who was found holding a garden hose, as well as an 82-year-old man who passed in his bed. You know what I think? I think that some people passed from the smoke, that the smoke knocked them out, and then that's what I'm assuming, because like, who would stay behind willingly, you know, to be just burned, like, you know. That's what I'm assuming, that the people became knocked out from the smoke. Yes, Mr. Fox. Uh-oh, he left. Okay, so they said the recovery centers will offer a range of services, including assistance for people who've lost important records like birth certificates, death certificates, driver's licenses, and social security documents. And for those who've lost their homes or businesses, they need to apply for disaster relief loans. And they said these centers will also help connect people with mental health counselors, The one at UCLA will be open every day from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Yes, people. They said 800 California National Guard troops have activated to help with fighting the efforts of, I guess, this fire situation, people. Oh, it's so sad. Okay, so they said additional forces, including 10 Navy helicopters with water delivery buckets and 500 active duty Marines from Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton, are ready to provide support if requested. And then they said there's more than 35,000 without power in LA County. I mean, what are these people going to do? You know, I would say, I guess they're all going to Vegas. Everyone is going to Vegas, people. Vegas is the new hot spot for them. I always loved Vegas, but they're just now figuring out that Vegas is the place to be to avoid these wildfires. Okay, so then they also said that there has been law enforcement officers that made close to 50 arrests since last week. Crimes related to the wildfires. I think they're talking about the looters. And they said that I guess there were some people who violated curfew that they had put in place. I'm not surprised. And then they said during the actual fires, they arrested 34 people during the fires. And then they said they made other arrests, like 14 other arrests for crimes committed inside city limits, including 4 burglaries, 3 shoplifting incidents, vandalism, impersonating a firefighter, 3 curfew violations, driving under the influence. They said it's not just for looting or burglary that we're going to jail or curfew. If you're in the area and you don't belong in the area, you will be stopped and questioned. That's what they said. And whatever crime is being committed, you will be held accountable for that. So please stay away from these evacuation areas. Take it serious, people. It's really not worth being in jail. And then, you know what? If something was to happen to whatever jail system it is and you're locked up, I'm not so sure they'll care to get back in time so you can evacuate. They'll look like you're a prisoner. You know, like, you never know what they will do. We live in a different day and age where crazy things are happening every day. So something to think about. So also they said more than 24 people have been missing in the LA area. So they said they're actively searching for 23 people that they reported missing since the wildfires. And then they say a majority of the missing person reports, 17, have come out of the Eaton fire area, while the other 7 came from Malibu near Palisades fire. I guess all of them have been reported to be missing. Not good, people. So let's see if there's anything else that we should talk about. Well, I guess for now, what we do know is they will continue to have the evacuation warnings in order, and hopefully, you know, it gets better. And I do think that these rich people should be donating. And then I guess they said Beyonce donated $2.5 million for the Los Angeles area fire relief. That's all? Can't she donate more than that? That's not enough money. And I'm waiting. Why hasn't Taylor Swift donated yet? I think we could do better than that. Let's get Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, all of them. We need all of y'all to donate. I'm not sure why are y'all holding back. Y'all want to be stingy and keep the money for yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe.